to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am JLP Peterson. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Hi, y'all. It's Thursday again. Amazing how time goes by. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, Jesse, Jesse. The biblical question for this week. The biblical question. Who's dumber? Men or women? Who's dumber? Men or women? Very good question. And nobody seems to really know, or everyone knows. I don't know. And I'll put my little 2 cents in there to encourage you to think for yourself. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JLPeterson.com/show, JLPeterson.com/show. And if you're busy, we are here Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Heard around the world by everybody and their mama. And so different people listen to the show at different times. But if you're like busy and you're not able to sit and watch it live, you can still hear it live anywhere in the world by going to the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. Amazing, huh? And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. Amazing. I do appreciate it. So there is a couple lines open there if you want to jump in there. We're going to get to everyone. It is Thursday. And though we take all calls on all issues, Thursday we take the Bible Thumpers call a little bit early and spend a little bit more time with Bible Thumpers. Because Bible Thumpers need love as well. Love the Bible Thumpers. They're doing the best they could. They don't know it better. Forgive them. They know not what they do. So every Thursday, for those who are tuning in for the first time, every Thursday, though we take all calls again, every Thursday is Bible Thumper Thursday.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Are you ready? Are you ready? I don't feel your faith. Are you ready? Are you...
Amazing. Amazing. Bible Thumper Thursday. I realize and I understand because we are all mistaught when we are born by our parents, by the schools, by the churches, by friends, by everybody. We are mistaught. So like when you wake up, you start to unlearn everything that you've been taught. Because everything that you've been taught has been wrong, and that's why everyone is so miserable. They've been taught wrong. And then they're thinking all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. All thoughts are all lies about anything. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. Isn't that amazing? So you've been taught wrong. Bible thumpers and everyone. They have used the Bible intentionally or unintentionally. And they have dumbed you down, which is preventing you from waking up. Preventing you from waking up. And that's amazing to me. I've said that our battle is a spiritual battle. It's not physical. And that every human being, there is not one, but every human being is possessed with evil until they every human being is possessed with evil until they wake up. You are not in control. You never have been and never will be. And I know a lot of Christians think that you can and that you are, but you're not. Absolutely not. You can't be. And I know a lot of people think that they are in control. Oh, I'm in control of my own life. No, you're not. You have never made a decision on your own. You never will make one. It is impossible to make a decision. You know, amazing? And yet you think that you are in control of your own life. Every human being is possessed. Anyone, I don't care who it is, anyone that has anger, you have fear. Anyone has fear has anger. And anyone that has anger, which is evil, by the way, is hatred, is being possessed with evil, and you're being controlled by evil, and you think that is you. You think you're making those decisions to hate your fellow man. You think you're making decisions to be jealous and envious, whether psychologically or physically. But you're not. You think that it's you that is causing you to hate your brothers and sisters. It's not you. Likewise, when you overcome, and some people are, few will, the love you will receive from God, it's the love that's going to operate through you to love your fellow man, even your enemy. It won't be your love. Human beings don't have love to give. The heart of human beings are evil. Human beings do not have love. And so to fight one another for love in relationships and everything, it's a waste of time. Isn't that amazing? I have this perfect example of what I believe and what I see to be evil operating through this human being. And what the sound bites I'm going to play for you and show you is every human being on earth until you start to overcome, until you see that your heart is wicked, that your heart is evil. That your heart is evil. And the depths of human hearts goes beyond what you can even imagine. And every human being that has anger cannot be trusted. I don't care who they are, how close they are to you, they cannot be trusted. You can bank on that. They cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. They are murderers. Anyone that has anger is a murderer. And they are 2 hoops and a holler away from becoming Jeffrey Dahmer. This particular woman that I'm about to tell you about and show you, the spirit that's driving this woman is driving every human being. It's driving the mother that turned the children away from the father. It's driving the father and mother who fight one another, who argue with one another to try to get something emotional. This spirit that caused you to be sad or so-called happy, to be jealous and envious and strife, revenge, suicidal thought. It's all the same. It's no different than what's driving this woman. It's all the same. And as soon as you start to realize that you are possessed and can admit it to yourself, I'm not telling you that you have to go out and admit it to anyone, but to yourself. You got to see it. And then you go and forgive. I'm gonna put myself on hold. I gotta find out what's going on. I'm not getting any feedback. It looks like everything stopped. Hold on a minute, folks. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it now. What's going on? There are issues with the phones right now. All is well. It's just they're working on it, and they're taking care of it. All right. Issues with the phone. So as I was saying, the same spirit that's driving this person is driving every human being. Every human being that gossip is driven by evil. It's the same spirit that drove this woman to allegedly done what she did, been accused of. Allegedly, I'm saying. But first I want to read Matthew 5:21 to you. It's deep. You don't hear this a lot, but it's deep and it's true. You have heard that it was said to the people long ago, you shall not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment. But I tell you that anyone who, it's fine, yeah. But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Isn't that amazing? But yet, y'all been told that anger is good. You need anger to protect yourself. Anger, Jesus was angry, they say. You've been lied to about anger. Anger is evil. But anyway, again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, I don't know what that word is. I can't see it right now. Raka is answerable to the court. And anyone who says, you fool, will be in danger of the fire of hell. This is so deep. Matthew 5:21. You can drop anger right now if you wanted to and be of love. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to hold on to anger. Anger is not good. It's not your natural nature. It's your human nature, which is evil, which is of your father, the devil. Anyone that has anger love evil, but they call it good. But they love evil. And everyone, almost everyone, maybe one or two have gotten away with not being taught that, but most people have been taught and told that anger is good. And yet, those that has anger has no peace. And they don't question that, okay, if anger is good, why am I so miserable? They won't even ask themselves that because they have accepted a lie and call it good. But don't worry, you can overcome anger just like that. You could drop it right now if you wanted to. If you wanted to drop it, you can. But you don't want to because you love your misery. You love your hell. You love the thrills that come from being angry. You love them. That's why you hold on to them. You love the thrill. And then you people ask, well, how do you do it? How do you just drop it? You just drop it. You don't want to drop it because you love your hell. You love the thrill. People love the up and down thrills. They love them. The so-called good thrills and bad ones. They thrive off the thrill, and that's why they can't drop it. If you didn't love it, you let it go. But I want to show you what I believe is a demonic black woman who stabbed white young boy and mother according to the report. This, you're going to be looking right in the eyes of evil. But the interesting part isn't that the same spirit that's driving this woman to do that is driving people to smile at you. And while they're smiling at you, they're stabbing you in the back. And you're looking at evil with a smile. Our battle is spiritual. And this story, according to what I've been seeing and reading, is amazing to me. One thing I want to say before I play it is that white people, this incident allegedly happened to a white woman and a white child, but because white people are hated, you're going to see more of this. If not this particular, where they're going around stabbing you, they're going to hate you even more so because they have been told for years now that you are the problem. They have not been told that evil is the problem, but that you are the problem. Isn't that amazing? And so, by telling you people that, the blacks and others that, the responsibility has been taken away from the blacks and others to examine themselves so that they can be free, because they have been convinced by evil inside other people and evil inside themselves that white people are the problem. And white people are the most hated species on this side of heaven for no reason at all, zero reason. Of course, I know that there are a lot of made-up reasons, but they're not true. Each adult human being is responsible for their own hell, and no one else is. Your parents, of course, they let you down because they had not overcome their hell when you were born. You were born into their hell. But as an adult, you're responsible. Your parents or no one else is responsible for helping you to overcome your hell. Isn't that amazing? But I want to show you this this very, very interesting act of evil. It's mind-blowing. And it's everywhere. This is from the Daily Mail. Surveillance video shows the suspect wandering in an Ohio grocery store carrying a large knife stolen from a nearby thrift store. So this black woman, black female, is walking around in the store, according to a report, in an Ohio grocery store, and she's just freely carrying around a big knife. It appeared to be big, that she stole, according to this report, from a nearby thrift store. And she's just walking around with it. Nobody's stopping her. Isn't that amazing? And the white mother swerved her cart around the black lady, who turned around seemingly to stalk the white mother and child. Watch this from the Daily Mail. It's a silent video, but there go the black woman. Look like she have a knife. There go the white woman with her baby. And look how the black woman turn around. See there? There she go again with the knife. Here come the... So here she going out of the store, and there go the white woman with the baby. And she seemed to be stalking or following this white woman out into the parking lot. That's amazing, huh? I want you to see that one. Are we able to play that again? I want you to see that one. It's a silent footage, right? So you can't hear it in case you're watching by listening by radio or whatever. So you're going to see what appears to be a black female kind of walking around in the store, carrying a long knife, and no one says anything. I don't know if maybe people didn't see it or maybe they didn't think. Here's some crazy nut walking around about to kill somebody with a knife. And you're going to see this white woman with her child walk toward them, that woman. And when they get near each other, the black woman stops and looks over at the white woman. And it appears that that's when she started to follow this woman. Watch this from the Daily Mail. So here comes the black woman with the knife. Here comes the white woman, and the black woman going a different way. Why has she stopped and turned around? The little child in the shopping cart. Now she's following this woman. There she go again. Waiting at the door, the exit there still seemed to be following the white woman. And this is supposed to be a human being now. Isn't that amazing? And now they just left the building. Isn't that amazing? And witnesses say that she walked up to the mother, this black woman, according to the witnesses, walked up to the mother and child in the parking lot, stabbed them, and walked away. Police found her still carrying the knife. According to this report, and according to witnesses, they say she just, in the parking lot, walked over to the mother and the child and stabbed them, driven by evil. 2 hoops and a holler from becoming Jeffrey Dahmer. And this is even more prevalent now than any other time that I've always, since I've been on Earth, in history, because people are angry, they are high, they are drunk, they're on drugs, they're smoking pot, and they're angry. Just imagine all that mixed together. I don't know if this woman was high or drunk, but she definitely is angry, in my opinion. Just imagine that. You get up and you go to the store and you put your child in the shopping cart. You're not thinking about anything but buying some groceries, possibly going back home, make dinner or something, or feed your child. In the meantime, some evil female, black female, walking around in the store. And you're not even paying attention to what's going on. Because you're not thinking that something like this will happen. And some angry black female walking around in the store with a knife for whatever reason, you caught her attention. And she followed you, according to the report, out to the parking lot and kill your child, according to the story, and wound you with the knife. There's more to this story. And they're still working on the phones, I think. I'll let you know as I know. 888-7753-773. Back in a moment. I have books that are amazing. I highly recommend you get them. 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide. Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job, or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's what I write about in the first chapter, especially how I overcame scam. How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They are using them, and blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing books, and they are helpful. Go to rebuildingtheman.com if you want an autographed copy, or call 800-411-2663. Baba Thumper. Amazing story, huh? This is hell on earth inside of human beings. You still think that there's something nice and good in human beings? Is not. The human heart is evil. Salvation is of the heart. You must be born of the heart. It's of the heart. By the way, we have a brand new episode of The Fallen State coming up this Friday, which is tomorrow, if the Lord is willing, and the creek don't rise. Brand new episode. This episode, this week's episode is a re-upload of an interview I did with Jordan Peterson back in 2016. And Jordan is an author and psychology professor. Watch this. Oh, we don't have it. Oh, we don't have it, Paul. I thought we had it. Also, don't forget, you can get your White History shirts right now. Nothing seemed to be working today. I'm sorry about this. I'm not like really sorry, but I'm sorry. You have it now? Okay, here's the Fallen State.
Next time on The Fallen State.
What are principles and where do they come from?
To treat other people like you'd like them to treat you and tell the truth.
Why is the difference between men and women important?
You have to have some sort of model for your behavior. It helps us remain predictable and desirable to one another. If you get rid of all the roles, then no one knows what to do. I think that the people who are pushing this agenda have the destruction of Western civilization as their fundamental goal.
It was an amazing discussion with Jordan Peterson. I think you're going to like it, even though it was back in 2016. All right? And you can support the Fallen State while you're there at thefallenstate.tv/donate or locals.com. All right? This Friday at 12 noon. 12 noon Pacific. And you can get your White History t-shirts now. Get them now, order now so you'll have it by July. July comes. I mean, it'll be here before you know it. This is June, and June is going by fast. Go to julyfeelswhite.com. julyfeelswhite.com or rebuildingtheman.com/store. All right? And get your t-shirts now. I want to finish up on this story where, according to a report, a black female went into a Ohio grocery store carrying a large knife stolen from a nearby thrift store. And for some reason, this white woman and her child caught this woman's attention. The white woman going one way down the aisle, and this black female appears to be going another way, but she caught the attention to this black female, and this black female, according to the report, followed her outside of the store and in the parking lot, stabbed and killed the child, and wounded the mother. Isn't that amazing? This is from the New York Post. 32-year-old suspect, Beyonce Ellie Smirks, and giggles. And giggles in court as she's charged with murder of a 3-year-old Julian Woods. Watch this from Catch Up on X.
Code section 2903.11A1 and or endangering children in violation of Ohio Revised Code section 2919.22B2. Count 4 alleges that on or about June 3, 2024, the defendant did knowingly cause serious physical harm to J.W. on date of birth 10/29/2020. Count 5 alleges that on or about June 3, 2024, the defendant did torture or cruelly abuse J.W. The defendant did, knowing that an official proceeding or investigation was in progress or was about to be or likely to be instituted, alter, destroy, conceal, or remove any record, document, or thing with the purpose to impair its value or availability as evidence in such proceeding or investigation. I have now read the indictment to you. Do you wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
Sí.
Pardon me?
Sí.
What's same mean? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I understand the victims are represented and they want to make a comment before I set bond. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Did she eat the baby? That's evil. But that's evil in an extreme way. But the same spirit that drove her to allegedly carry out this act, it's the same spirit that caused you to go after other human beings. Revenge, jealousy, when you want to be like someone else, when you are angry. It's the same spirit. There's no different. Zero different. When husbands and wives fight one another, it's the same spirit that drove that woman to allegedly carry out this evil act. It's the same spirit when mothers go to court and put a phony cry up, oh, he beat me, or he shouldn't be around the kid, and try to keep the kids from the fathers. That's the same evil spirit that drove that woman to allegedly do what she has been accused of doing, stabbing and killing a little kid and wounded the mother. That's the same spirit. Isn't that amazing? It's no different. You'll look at that act and think what you're doing is not that bad. Or somehow or another, you're a little better. But you're not. You're evil. Evil is evil is evil. The same spirit that's going after the Great White Hope, the Democrats who are trying to stop him from being president, those who are trying to take him to court, and the reporters who are Whoopi Goldberg and all those people who are like getting joy out of watching what they think the president is suffering. It's the same spirit. It's no different. It's the same evil driving them to rejoice in another man's problem. It's the same spirit that drove that female to do what she's been accused of. It's the same one, no different. And I'm telling you this so you can get to know yourself and see that evil is evil is evil. And that woman is sitting there grinning and just loving it. But inwardly, she's miserable. Believe me. She's burning in her own hell. She's not as happy as she's pretending, but she's trying to present it that way so she can hopefully she'll find some peace as she wants. Isn't that amazing? This is from Fox 8. Local news report on the crime, and the father speaks in court. Watch this.
Bianca Ellis.
Walking into court to face charges for killing an innocent child.
And now the I-Team has found Bianca Ellis has claimed she murdered someone in California. And she even told Cleveland police she wanted to kill someone.
Here, Ellis smiled and made faces at a hearing on the murder of 3-year-old Julian Wood. North Olmsted police say last week, outside of Giant Eagle, Ellis attacked the boy and his mother with a knife, even though she didn't know them.
Judge Nancy Margaret Russo had no patience for courtroom shenanigans.
You wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
C.
Pardon?
C.
What's say mean? Yes or no?
Yes.
And the child's family had no patience either.
She took everything from us. There's nothing that could ever replace my son. Just do whatever you can to keep this monster behind bars. It's horrendous. And I really wish no bail, period.
Back in county court, Julian's family said Ellis should be held in jail.
Amazing, huh? Just imagine your son, little son like that, 3 years old, and your wife, I guess it was his wife, go shopping for groceries, you off doing whatever you're doing, and you hear later that your wife has been stabbed and your son, 3-year-old son, is dead. And the person that did it didn't even know him. And then you're watching the person in court smile, feeling nothing about it. And they're saying that this woman said she killed other people. This earth is evil. Not the earth itself, not the physical earth, but the human beings of the earth. Every human being has that kind of hell in them until they return to the Father. It's not going to change until you return to the Father. Except that Jesus is not going to do it. You must be born again. Your heart must change. It ain't racism. It ain't sexism. It ain't white supremacism, homophobism, or anti-Semitism, or Allahu Abbaism. It's evil. Get to know yourself so you can overcome evil. Here is, this is from Fox 8, local news investigation. Her crimes across the country. Watch this.
Now the I-Team has uncovered more police reports and more court records that raise the question as to why Ellis was not locked up before the toddler was murdered.
We've uncovered recent cases from Northeast Ohio to California and to Florida. March, Ellis arrested near Orlando for trespassing at a hotel.
February, Cleveland police took a call from a woman's shelter. A report shows Ellis demanded the staff call 911 so she can confess to a murder. She told police she murdered someone in Bakersfield, California.
Police there did not have Ellis tied to any murders, but they had just issued 3 warrants against her for assault.
At that call to the women's shelter, police say Ellis also told them she wanted to kill someone and eat their flesh. So Cleveland police took her to the hospital for a psych evaluation. But that report also shows North Olmsted police did not come and get her, even though she'd been wanted for a probation violation.
Yeah, I'm going over here to the bus stop.
Last week, the I-Team revealed Ellis got arrested for violating probation in North Olmsted. just days before the murder of little Julian.
A magistrate recommended a mental health check, but Judge Brian Hagan released Ellis without a hearing. We've now uncovered chilling new information about Ellis, but last week the judge told us he was unaware of anything alarming when releasing Ellis.
What would you do differently handling this case or even next time?
Nothing. I'm competent in the way that the court handled this matter.
The I-Team now revealing more about her out on the streets nationwide.
And Judge Russo made it nearly impossible for Ellis to go free before standing trial for the death of this child.
I said $5 million.
In Cleveland, Peggy Gallick.
Ed Gallick, Fox 8, I-Team.
Mason. We're looking at her walking out of court. And isn't that amazing? I believe the reason she was able to get away with it, if all this is true, that she did this in other states, something like this, or assault people or whatever, she's black. And she can get away with it. The police ain't coming for you if you're black. You're not going to court, to jail if you're black. And the courts are afraid to put you in jail if you're black because they don't want to be called racist. The police are not coming for you because they don't want to be called police brutality or racist. Our country has been handicapped with that word. And that is evil. And that's what it was meant for, is to handicap the country. White people, the court system, the prisons, the jail. Let them all out, they say, and no bail's bond. We played so many sound bites over the year or so, and maybe longer, of white people getting attacked in New York, in the train stations over there in New York and L.A. and other places. And what happens when they attack white people? They walk in one door of the courthouse and right, or the jailhouse or wherever, right through the back door. They out. They let them out. Because you can't do this to black people. And plus, white people's lives don't matter to these people. It's evil, folks. A little kid is dead. A 3-year-old kid. Can you imagine the father getting the news that his wife has been stabbed and his child is dead? And allegedly done by someone that didn't even know him at all. Fox 8 is reporting that the suspect claimed to have murdered a white woman months beforehand in Bakersfield, California. According to Fox 8, she claimed that she's murdered some white woman months beforehand in Bakersfield, California. I would not be surprised, maybe it won't happen, but I would not be surprised if this Ellis woman got out of prison again, jail or wherever they sent her. I wouldn't be surprised. She's black. And the people I guess, at least the ones in this Ohio market, were white. And remember when that far left liberal radical Black Lives Matter group, worse than the KKK, hate the family, hate God, and call themselves lesbians? Remember when they didn't even allow white people to say white lives matter? And white people were afraid to say white lives matter. Some, not all. And now this is what you're getting. Fear and anger is not your friend. Fear and anger is not your friend. The spirit of fear is not of God. God has not given you a spirit of fear. So if you have it, and you do if you have anger, you can overcome it. It is not you. You don't have to live with fear. 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. What an amazing act of evil. Acts of evil. Is it acts of evil or act? Hake.
Act of evil.
Act of evil. Isn't that amazing? It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse because it's evil. But, good news. If you overcome evil within your own heart, you'll be fine. Really, you really will. Right here on earth. You can have peace on earth. In spite of all the hell that's going on around you, you can have peace on earth because the hell that's going on around you is happening inside of other people. And whatever other people are doing, that's them. It has nothing to do with you. Amazing. Can we do Super Chat? We have time?
Yeah.
Super Chat. Super.
Over on Cash App, Bond JLP on Cash App, Adler donated and gave you a tip and answered the biblical question.
Thank you. Who's dumber, men or women?
Men are dumber, says Adler.
Thank you for responding. I'll put my little 2 cents in on Sunday. I appreciate it.
Priscilla from Houston bought 3 coffees. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk.
Thank you, Priscilla.
Jesse, the reason El Salvador has changed for the better has nothing to do with the president. It's because all the gang members have migrated to the United States of America.
No. I mean, that's probably happening. Yes, I'm sure a lot of them are coming here. But prior to all this happening, it was already known that the president of El Salvador was locking them up. He was locking them up. The word was already out. So he was taking care of this even before these gang members were allowed to openly come here. Isn't that amazing? Thank you, though. I understand.
Bond JLP Cash App tip from Brittany. Hey, Jesse, my name is Ania. I'm a big fan. Love your show. Please read my comment.
Thank you, Ania. And we read your comment. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ravender
Thanks for the support.
Ravender bought a coffee. Replace the Y. Pray. Replace the Y with I-S-E. Praise. Hands up. And he says it twice. Thank you for your 2 coffees, Ravender.
Thank you. I don't quite know what it means, but thank you. Let me take a quick break. 2 more hours to go. Back in a moment. I write about how the spirit of anger was taken away from me 29 years ago. I forgave my mother who tried to turn me away from my father, and I returned to my father, and through him, my father on earth, and through him I was able to return to God. No man or woman can return to God unless you go through the Son. And men are sons of God. There may be weak, pathetic examples of it, but it's the spiritual order of life. God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children. So get from race to responsibility. I write about that. Go to my website, rebuildingtheman.com for an autographed copy or call 800-411-BOND and donate to my nonprofit, Bond, the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny. We are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man.
A whole lot of mess going on in the world. This is the end of hour 1 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Thursday, June 13th, AD 2024. Working to get our lines fixed on the call-in line, guys. So in the meantime, it's Hake News, not fake news, and JLP will be right back to more great stories and your super chats, the rest of your super chats. Southern Baptists voted to oppose IVF, in vitro fertilization. Yesterday, more than 10,000 delegates at Southern Baptist Convention approved a resolution condemning the use of in vitro fertilization, IVF. The measure says fertility treatment most often engages in the destruction of embryonic human life. During the IVF process, a couple will typically choose to create multiple embryos in order to improve the chances of a successful implantation to make a baby. The unused embryos are then frozen, destroyed, or donated to medical research. The resolution is not a ban and will have no binding impact on families in Southern Baptist churches who are considering it, fertility treatments. Still, it calls on the church members to advocate for the government to restrain the use of IVF. The resolution on IVF is a condemnation. It could signal the anti-abortion movement's next fight after Roe v. Wade. After the Alabama so-called Supreme Court, state Supreme Court, right, ruled in February that frozen embryos are considered children, IVF has become a flashpoint in the battle over so-called reproductive rights. Republicans have been struggling to address the issue, not wanting to alienate their base or more moderate voters ahead of the November election. But the Southern Baptist Church has nearly 13 million members in the United States, making it a powerful voting bloc. Could up the pressure on Republicans to act. Senate Democrats, they're expected to force a vote today on a bill that would codify the right to fertility treatments. A right, give me a break, including IVF. What a mess, huh? Crazy. And by the way, another crazy story, North Dakota became the first state to approve age limits for lawmakers. Earlier this week, North Dakota voters backed a state constitutional amendment that blocks congressional candidates from running for office if they turn 81 years old during their term. Whoa. North Dakota's measure is believed to be the first of its kind. Ageism? The new restriction does not affect any members of the state's current congressional delegation. Still, the amendment is likely to face legal challenges because the Supreme Court ruled back in 1995 that states cannot add eligibility requirements beyond what's already in the Constitution. The vote offers a rare glimpse into how some Americans feel about older politicians running for office. Comes as one poll found that 60% of Americans think both President Biden and our greatest President Trump are too old to run for office. Biden's 81, already holds the title for being the oldest U.S. president in history. And Trump turns 78 tomorrow on Flag Day, June 14th. Nice. Both have also had public verbal gaffes. The far left females at the Skim trying to compare Trump's mind to Biden's mind, give me a break, that have put their ability to run for office into question. So they claim. Anyway, there is other stuff going on. If you're longing to travel but need to renew your passport, don't fret. The U.S. State Department this week has beta testing on their online program, so you could possibly renew your passport on the internet. Count me in. They're tracking me every other way, huh? It could help expedite the passport renewal process, according to Call Me Nonsense Network. Also, leaders of the G7 summit, they met up the other day, the world's most powerful economies, in Italy. They're meeting up in Italy today for crucial policy discussions. Major focus is Russia and their war in Ukraine, and Ukraine's war against Russia, and the Globo Homo's war against Russia. And the G7 is set to announce a series of joint initiatives looking to rebuild alliances to stand up to Russia's aggression. Crooked Joe Biden arrived with over 300 new sanctions aimed at further isolating the country. What a mess. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 2.
Got to stand up strong ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth. What's over there?
Oh, that's me. I turned that on. Don't worry about that.
Oh.
That's a different people.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I'm JLP Peterson. Welcome to the second hour of the show today. They're working on the phone system. It seemed to be not on us, our end, but somewhere else. So Billy, the engineer, along with the anchor baby, they're looking into it. All right? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JLPpeterson.com/show. JLPpeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about doing whatever it is you're doing, and you just don't have time to sit and watch the show live, you can listen to the show while you're working out or whatever you're doing, making breakfast, lunch, and dinner, buying fentanyl, having fentanyl withdrawals, whatever you're doing. You can be listening to the show anywhere in the world by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. That's 605-615-4131. Amazing, huh? And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. And Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. Bond. Oh, okay. JLP Cash App. All right? Amazing. So what I want to do is finish up on the super chats. We ran out of time there because of the hour being up. And I just want to, if you did not catch the first hour, and where we talked about this woman who's been accused, a black female being accused of killing a white kid and wounding the mother of the kid in a parking lot in Ohio. They're at an Ohio grocery store. And this woman been accused of assaulting or attacking other people around the country, according to the report. If you missed that, you podcast that and you watch it. And I want you to watch it because I want to encourage you to start to be aware. When you're out and about nowadays, where you shopping or are you out having lunch or dinner at some cafe, or you're just walking down the road, you need to get off your cell phones. I'm not saying that mother was on her cell phone, but I'm saying you need to be aware. You need to be aware. You're walking down the road in your cell phone. It doesn't even make sense. You're so into your cell phones, you don't see your enemies behind you. Or in some cases, right in front of you. So I would recommend, do what you want, of course, that you start to be conscious of your surrounding. Of America, my country is not the same anymore. It has changed. And it's been changed by evil people. They want it this way. If they didn't want it this way, they wouldn't be defunding the police. They wouldn't be taking away bail bonds. They wouldn't be letting the blacks out of prisons and jails. They wouldn't be giving the people free drugs, pot, and all type of needle stuff. They want it this way, folks, because they are evil. They want you afraid. They want chaos. And that's why I'm warning the Trump supporters. Do not get angry at what's happening with Donald Trump, the great white hope. They want you angry because they know that if you become angry, you're going to overreact. And when you overreact, they're going to call you racist. They're going to call you white supremacist. They're going to call you